The skills and expertise of special forces are valuable assets to NATO operations, like here in Afghanistan, where these elite forces train their Afghan national counterparts. But whereas special forces are often seen as a national prerogative, the Transatlantic Alliance also has a NATO Special Operations Headquarters, where special forces work together.
The main advantage of NSHQ is to bring all special operation forces nations from NATO and from partners together to sit around the table and to promote and to improve the national soft capabilities and to assure interoperability, the capability to work together like in Afghanistan currently.
Although the majority of what the NSHQ does is at the strategic and operational level, the NATO Special Operations Headquarters is also the place for training and education. At the training facility at nearby Chèvre Air Base, special forces from NATO and partner nations train together.
You work with the same process, so that's an advantage. You all get taught on the same method. So everybody's aligned. So it gives an advantage if you run up to each other in theater. You will recognize each other, you know each other, and you have the same procedures and same background. So that's an advantage too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the big benefit here. First, we teach a NATO doctrine and NATO procedures, but even more behind that is a big benefit. You create a network of special operations forces people who train together, who know each other, who trust each other, who want to deploy. You build your work and your teamwork on a trusted relationship, and that's important. The benefit of networking and building relationships, that's key behind all the effort we are doing here.
In order to be able to work together, they also have to be able to safely communicate with each other, especially since many things are secret. For this, the special operators use a secure network called BICES, NATO Battlefield Information Collection and Exploitation Systems.
I've just entered into the NATO Mission Support System Heavy version. It's capable of holding up to 16 operators to share and spread the intel that they gather out in the field.
The BICES network can transfer data, voice and video, and in this container it can be deployed anywhere in the world.
The Mobile Equipment Communication Center, which is basically the facility that we're in, folds completely up. The tent comes down, the walls go up, the roof drops down into a standard 20-foot sea container that can be shipped on the back of a flatbed, in the belly of an airplane, or on a ship, as you said.
Before, there used to be a myriad of different platforms based on national communication systems that were not able to communicate with each other, and that caused a problem.
Not necessarily back home in the different countries, but when we met in theater, we were supposed to work together, supposed to share information. We had to stand up new information sharing platforms every time, and it was very challenging, very expensive, of course.
The common and secure BICES network that is used now also makes it easier to share intelligence, something which some countries still find difficult.
This, of course, is still an issue and will be an issue, and everybody must accept that there are things nations don't want to communicate. We have to live with it, deal with it, and most joint and combined operations are by definition multinational, and we find ways to mitigate this secret obstacle, and it works.
To facilitate communication even more, the NSHQ tries to build and expand a special forces community.
We try to build this human network not only on the commanders level, so the Special Operation Forces commanders, but also on the operators level. And everybody who has attended one of the courses in Chèvre Air Base, where our training facility is automatically part of the SOF network, where he can keep contact with his course mates and exchange information to stay updated.
Last year, the NATO Special Operations School had almost 1,000 graduates. And with a total of 2,500 graduates so far, NATO Special Operations community is steadily growing. I'm Karsten Reiniers, reporting for the NATO channel from Mons, Belgium.